Hi everyone. It's Volkswagen's second-generation Tiguan. You may not realize it, but the first one has been phenomenally popular. The new one, naturally, is a strong evolution. Looks good too, no? Spec it in R-Line trim and it's a really assertive-looking car, and thus equipped we imagine it doesn't look far short of the first sketches that excitably left its designer's pencil. Volkswagen has tried to give it more substance beneath the skin, moving the Tiguan upmarket. As well as a regular, 5-seat Tiguan, there's now a 7-seat Tiguan all-space available. While the least powerful Tigans come with front-wheel drive, AWD is available on most engines. It's a system related to the Golf Rs, favoring front-wheel drive, but able to send every bit of power to the rear axle when necessary. It also hikes the Tiguan up by 11 mm, for better obstacle clearing. There's a mix of petrol and diesel engines, ranging from 113 to 237 bhp, the latter cranked out by a twin-turbo diesel, which will be the performance high point of the range. And there will be no GTI or R badges appearing on any of them, despite the Tiguan now being so core to VW. It's the first VW SUV based upon the MQB architecture that underpins so many of the group's cars. MQB-based cars invariably steer sharply and are intuitive and easy to drive. These, you'll be aware, are all good things. What is it like on the road? As expected, then, this is a very sharp and tidy car to drive. Much of the praise must go to that MQB architecture, which is shared with an abundance of cars across the whole VW group. Its handling is completely car-like, and might even encourage you to have a modicum of fun when the seats and boot aren't full of kids. The same is true with or without the faux sporty R-Line trim, though the firm-edged ride served up by the R-Line's chunky wheels is worthy of note. When it is full of kids, this is a refined, easy-going car. The 2.0 TDI diesel most will opt for only really makes itself known under keen acceleration, and it's nicely hushed at a motorway cruise. Linked to the DSG gearbox, it's also exceedingly effortless, with the Tiguan weighing 1,673 kilograms, modest by SUV standards. It doesn't have to battle physics too hard. That also means its claimed 49.6 miles per gallon fuel economy is uncommonly attainable, too. Perhaps the downside of its modest weight is its modest size, and this is certainly closer to a car than a full-size off-roader. But that also means it's an absolute doddle to park and thread through traffic. It'll still do the practical stuff, though. VW says most owners go for all-wheel drive, while the Tiguan will tow up to 2,500 kilograms, with the help of an electronic trailer assist system. It's classic VW in here, ergonomically slick, exceedingly well put together, functional to the last. It also means it's a teeny bit dull, but everything is so naturally arranged and solidly hewn, you probably won't mind. Flourishes of glamour lie on the options list, such as the virtual cockpit DFD dials you'll find in an Audi TT, though without as much flexibility or personalization, and you can have a bit more color in there if you wish to be extrovert. Your smartphone, whatever its creed, can link up to the extra-wide infotainment screen with ease. With such a huge plethora of SUVs and crossovers on sale now, the VW's ergonomic sense and high-quality materials are exactly what it needs to set it apart to certain types of buyers. The Tiguan looks and drives sharper than ever, but still does lots of sensible stuff beneath the skin. The first-gen Tiguan was a little dowdy-looking, and for all its talents, never particularly stood out in the SUV segment. The new one is sharper and more exciting to look at, and that's echoed in the way it drives, too. There's a load more choice with the second-gen Tiguan, too. Its sharp R-Line trim makes it look like a performance variant. Adding the 7-seat all-space also strengthens the Tiguan's armor against a larger and more diverse group of cars than its forebear ever faced. Whichever way you go, though, the Tiguan is a feel-good car, and one of the most accomplished that VW currently makes. Thanks for watching.